only a week into 2025, and I've already picked up that cool Christopher Reeve Superman from McFarlane. And this was sent to me by Savage Crucible, Harbinger Studios. Listen, don't think I'm big timing you or I'm something special. They sent a lot of people this figure and the last one. And I think that is to prove, hey, this is a quality product. We are secure in this product. So have a look-see. And it appears to be working because the first wave sold out on BBTS, so good for Harbinger. Savage Crucible is here. Now, we will talk about this new figure. Veteris Rapax. I will never remember that again. It is in this year. It's out that one. So for the rest of the video, this will be King Lizardman. Let's take a look at King Lizardman next on Toy Gains. Toy Gains! Yes! You and me, baby! Toy Gains! I can't take it anymore! It's Toy Gains! Real quick for you inbox collectors, here is the box. Beautiful image of their emblem with blood splattered all over it. Gorgeous. Opens up like a book. I already ripped the figure out. Here's the lore. I won't be reading that. It's a nice box. More lore on the back. Harbinger right there. Savage Crucible. Very nice for inbox collectors, but around here we open our figures. So now it's time to...
So anyways, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Lizardmen have been in the sword and sorcery D&D world forever. Conan, Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer. So this line is fulfilling a need. Now, is it good enough to be in your collection? We're going to get to that. First impressions are good. Paintwork is good. Details are good. If you saw my first review on the Builder, I love the texture on the lizard. This is basically that figure with a bunch of armor on it. And you can even take the chest piece off. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. It comes with another head because this is not removable. First impressions, though, nice paintwork, nice detail. I like it. Even in the box, I was like, wow, this is nice. And this was free. Holy shit. I don't get free stuff often. So get a nice little free toy. I was pumped. And you will see here the dry brushing of the silver, like the paint is chipped away. All over the place this has paint. And I would say I'm going to bring some comparisons because this is, you know how much I love that NECA Warduke. This is as good, if not better, in the paint department. So first impressions are strong. Now let's get to what I really like and what kind of separates it from other toys in a way. Far and away, my favorite thing about the figure, besides the paintwork and the texture on the skin to make it really feel like a lizard, I love how these teeth are intertwined and then the articulated jaw. It's a small thing. I know the Marvel Legends lizard does it, but the McFarlane Killer Croc has them teeth like that, jaw didn't open. So that's a nice detail. That's what you're getting from a more high-end figure. We will talk about that later as well. The price point. Everything here is solid. And obviously they want you to know that because, like I said, a lot of toy tubers, whatever you want to call us, are getting this figure. They're confident in that product. And like I said, the first wave sold out. I don't know when the humanoid figures are coming out. I don't know when the Frazetta stuff is coming out. But these figures, like I said, Lizardmen have been fighting people like Conan and He-Man to a degree with Snake People forever. So there is a place for these figures. It's almost like a builder with the Mythic Legion skeleton. I love the armor. I love the little spikes. Looks great. I love this weird eye hole. It's like armored up so you can't stab his eyes out. Really good. I know you're going to want to know about Articulation. It's a new figure. It's not like a DC Multiverse where you know what's double jointed and what works, what doesn't work. So let's go over articulation now as I stumble upon every single word I say. Okay, so head is on the ball. You get deep rotation, nice rotation. As I mentioned, that jaw hinge, very nice. The butterfly joint is actually on the back of the figure. Don't mind my bruised thumb. Really good. You can get a nice gripping sword with both hands. There's a picture there. That's cool. Single joint at the elbow. Don't know why. You do get decent range. There is bicep swivel, of course, to hinge and turns at the wrist. You get nice motion there with a hip swivel. Looks like it's on a ball, almost like an upgrade of like a Toy Biz figure. These do pop out. I don't know if I mentioned that. You can plug that on that side, that on that side. Ankle rocker spins around. The tail's even articulated. Now the strange thing for me, this is my one quibble, my only complaint about this figure is I can't really explain. Like, it's double jointed back here, but you get it right there. Here's a picture of the other figure, same leg. It's just doesn't seem ideal, and see where it has this cut here because of it. I don't know. That's the only thing I find strange. I was able to get this figure in every pose I wanted. That part just feels unnatural to me. Maybe that's just a me thing. Other than that, everything is pretty smooth and pretty well done. Especially these reversed butterfly joints. I don't know if I've ever seen that. This doesn't come to memory. I have so many goddamn figures. Let's move on. Get this beautiful sword. Nice handle. Blood all over it. Looks great. Love the blood. The blood is really, really nice. It looks, it's not just painted on there. It looks looks splattered on there. Here's that holster. Plugs into the sides of the figure. More blood, more gore. It's much shorter. Looks good. The axe stained in blood. No splatter. That's like stained in blood. Awesome. Reaching out hand. Awesome. You get like a scimitar. Is that what it's called? A scimitar? Or a rapier. Which one? No, rapier has like the round. Yeah, this is a scimitar, I believe. How the hell do you say that word? Get another head. Nice paint work. I don't know if you could have picks up. My bruise on my thumb picks up. Opens up as well. Here's the other fisted hand. They do give you like a random accessory. I got this big like broadsword. It looks like a piece of candy. Almost tempted to eat this thing. When I grew up, there was candy that looked like this. What the hell were they? I forget. They were thin and flat. What the fuck? What am I even talking about anymore? Get a lot of accessories. Now let's talk about the price of this bad boy. Let me put them in a pose and we'll talk about price, and we'll just wrap it up, talk about the things I like and dislike, and we'll get out of here. I don't want to waste your time any longer, baby. Real quick, let's go over some size comparisons. Here he is with Mezco Conan. That is in a perfect toy world. If you have Mezco Conan, this is what I think works the best. He's a big, intimidating, imposing figure. Nice figure if you're a Dio guy. Takes pictures. Great figure for Conan to fight. NECA Warduke, which is a 7-inch figure. You can see he's a little smaller. And while I have these two figures here, let's talk about price point. $35 figure, $42 figure. At retail, easier to find, potentially independent companies. So the price point is going to be a little higher. But when you look at things like, Loose Collector and I don't know, Muff Toys, that's cloth good stuff. Even Four Horsemen, Mythic Legions are up to $65, $55, $45. So it's in that ballpark. Would I like it to be $35, $30, like Valaverse? Yes. But for what you're getting, the paint detail, the texture work, it's fair. Of course, I'm a price point guy. Just wish it was a little cheaper. But it's fair for what you get, what kind of company they are. Smaller company. There's not going to be a huge order amount like a Spider-Man figure. So I get it. Let's move on. Super 7 Conan. This is a $55 figure, and the paint and the detail blow it away. But the scale works nice for that. Speaking of a figure that's ballpark and price point, here's a builder skeleton figure from Mythic Legions. That's great. These are two figures that fit really nice into your fantasy sword and sorcery collection. Sorcery? That's like meatballs and great axes and jack dudes. Wow, I'm all over the place today. And speaking of a jack guy, here's a He-Man figure that I kind of repainted. And they can kind of jive together, kind of work together. You just, when you have a figure that has so much texture work and detail and you have a cartoon style figure, it's tough. But when you repaint something, that kind of works there. Here is a giant McFarlane figure. That's the Marijuana King from the film J.M. Silent Bob Part 3. Listen, let's wrap this up. Let me tell you what I like and dislike. I really like that hinge joint in the jaw. I think that's very fun. I think that fleshes out. It's almost like you have a third head sculpt, because some companies will just give you a closed head. Almost like two head sculpts in one. I love the paint detail on the armor. I love all the accessories. I love the blood. I love the texture work. What I don't like is the funky articulation in the legs. It works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It is double jointed, but I just can't remember a toy that I've seen do it like that, other than maybe the Casey Jones elbows. That's my only gripe. And maybe the price point. Maybe if it was like $4 cheaper, but that's more of a me thing. Anyway, as always, let me know what you think. I want to thank Harbinger Studios for sending this figure to me. As always, take care. Have fun.
Woo! Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah!